That's some
Oh my
flashbacks,
holy
huh?
God, they're doing it, aren't they? I just
They're
looked.
doing it.
I
It's
just
happening.
looked.
It's happening.
Oh my God. All right, well, Zath,
Yeah.
I know you want to talk about RNG, so you go right ahead, buddy.
Oh, I mean, Wall of Stalin. What else is there to say? The only thing that's not Russian is the Yamato in St. Polaris. I wonder
Totes,
why.
totes balanced, Tovarish.
Uh, oh boy.
This is gonna
At least they're
be.
wearing different camos.
This
It's
is
either
gonna.
going to work great or it's going to be a spectacular failure. That's usually the way that these Mega
Mhm.
Stalingrad comps work.
It's gonna be a tough.
Yep.
It's gonna be a tough road to hoe for these guys for sure. For QCN, they've got an uphill battle.
Yeah, it's all about map control for RNG. They're going to spread out and they're just going to apply pressure at the same time.
Well, looking on the other side of the map, let's talk about what QCN has in their possession to try and counteract the Wall of Stalin, and that would be a Montana and Ohio going all-American for the battleship, Des Moines, Salem, Moskva, and Nevsky. I like that. Gearing, Daring, and Kleber, Lone Kleber. So I guess if you're QCN, and this is not the first time we've seen the Wall of Steel on this channel before, Zath. So
Uh-huh.
let's talk about what QCN needs to do to attempt to do to execute a game plan to fend off the Wall of Steel.
So the biggest thing they have to do is they really should be picking a side. And if you're looking at how they're deploying, they kind of are going kind of evenish, a little bit heavy to the seaside, but they really need to pick a side and they have to win that side. Because once you get that side, you can get the flank thing going. So I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to win either 8 or maybe 9-10 line, and then work their way up so that the Stalingrads out west cannot angle to both sides.
The other
It's
thing,
interesting.
go ahead.
I just wanted to say really quickly that Montana of Canadian Batman, the first salvo downrange was HE, and I have a sneaking suspicion that Monty's probably going to be firing HE for most of the game, and it's honestly the right thing to do. And some people might be like, "Wait, a battleship shooting HE? What are you doing?" Well, unfortunately, when you don't have something like a Conqueror or whatnot, the battleships they're going to have to shoot HE because there's so many Stalingrads on the board that we know that when they're angled in, yes, you can get some nice AP hits if you hit the superstructure, but it's a lot better just to risk it with the HE, get that more consistent damage, start fires, and attempt to whittle them down that way. So,
yep. Now the other thing too that QCN needs to do is grab the caps as soon as possible. We saw the Daring the Clever Grid. We see Zenki taking his time over at A. I think he's afraid he's going to see a Stalingrad on the other side of that island.
Yeah, they have no vision right now. They don't know where these guys are.
Right. This is their control. So guys, as spectators, we can control who people see, who you guys see, either both teams, or we can go to each team's perspective for their vision. So right now, only the Yamato is showing up for QCN. And there's a Stalingrad that just bleeped in and is going to disappear again shortly.
Something that you notice, RNG taking a very interesting deployment with their Stalingrads. Their Stalingrads like all retreated kind of back towards. Azraith just getting wrecked early on with these Stalin shots. That poor Nevsky, his engine's already out.
Once that gear, sorry, really quickly. Once that gearing gets the ACAP, he's going to have to give smoke to that Nevsky because one little Nevsky sitting out there in the open is not going to last long. Of course,
no.
Well,
let's see if
I also just want to comment. Did you guys notice the health disparity between the two teams? RNG almost having double the health.
Yep. The thing when the Stalingrad comp means that you end up with a massive health advantage. Also, what's interesting, Zath, I don't know if you've noticed, have a check. Not all of these Stalingrads for the enemy team are spec'd the same. Farrell Sheep is running Survivability Expert on his.
Mm-hmm. I noticed that too. They are all wearing protection though, so there's that at least.
Well, that's good.
Oh, and also to my viewers, no, I have not started Dirty Water yet.
No, I haven't either. But at one point, I think that will be occurring because day one.
Oh, we're doing it.
Because day one, why would you not?
Right.
Now, so it's obvious that RNG, sorry to cut you off, they're going to take A. So these Quebec City guys over here, they really need to delay as long as possible because I'm presuming that these Stalingrads are going to go south of A and then turn the corner to have all of those juicy flanking shots. So that Nevsky gearing Montana, they got their work cut out for them right now.
Yep, big time.
But you see that you see the Nevsky and the Gearing are heading the right way. They need to get to the corner, and they need to make it so that there's no easy way for Darksteel and everybody else to turn that corner, like you had mentioned. If they can do that, they can delay 4 ships while their stronger side manages to hold. But look at this. We've got 3 Stalingrads crammed on the 9 line from RNG. Basically saying, we know this is what you're going to try. It's not going to happen, guys. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, Zensky's given the smoke, which is nice. Hopefully, for their sake, that Nevsky will be able to get use of it. I don't know. Maybe the Gearing deployed it a little too early. Yeah, that smoke's not going to cover.
Yeah,
nope.
I feel like the smoke should have gone just kind of due west from his starting position, because Azraith's position means that the Darksteel can still see him basically, and which means that everybody else can still see him.
And this Nevsky better be careful and not play with the food too much, because all it takes is one really good Stalingrad AP salvo. Even if you're angled well, that thing obviously has insane accuracy. So he's playing a little bit with fire here. We'll see if that bites him in the butt. But they do have 642 points.
They are gonna put at least 1 torp into Nelson Stalingrad up here. Might be 2. No, the stern one's gonna sneak by.
Yep, and Feral Sheep took a torp earlier as well. Interestingly enough, Azraith didn't follow up with HE. I thought he would have tried to get a follow-up fire.
To their body count pushed out way too far.
To their credit, QCN is trading really well, but they don't seem to have a great.
Oh, look at Wandering Bread! Look at Wandering Bread and CCAP.
Yeah, I think the conga line
torps
are gonna have some impact here.
Conga line of torps, yeah.
He's gonna take I think he's gonna take at least 4 of these. That's going to put him very, very low. That gives the QCN a very, very good focus target.
Oh, there goes body count. Saint Sapin with the Des Moines, just taking him down. That exposed broadside sealed the deal.
I mean, actually, Darksteel might be kicking the bucket over here on the A side as well. He's on fire in 2 different locations. Oh, he's got a heal.
Yeah, but look at Admiral Oliver almost going down. Wandering Bread now.
Darksteel very low. Look at Darksteel. I mean, between Darksteel and Wandering Bread, RNG's going to be on the verge of losing this game just on points. They do bag the Daring, but it does cost them their battleship.
It's a good trade though. It's fine.
It's a good trade for QCN. It's a really bad trade for RNG.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, of course.
QCN, and they can see Darksteel. Why are they not focusing him out?
I don't know.
Well, I don't think they have the range. At least maybe the Montana doesn't. Maybe Batman. I don't know if he has the angle. Well, yeah, he does. There goes the shells.
We're almost at hit point parity, guys.
We are. QCN has traded brilliantly.
And this Montana HE should finish the job here.
Presuming he lands enough of them.
They break.
And no. Did they shatter?
Yeah, they shattered.
But Dark is on fire. Looks like he's still going to go out.
Yep.
Bam.
There it goes.
Just like that, QCN has a health advantage as RNG continues to press. 8 minutes gone.
RNG, they do finally have this, the south side of A, I guess, or the part of the south side of A under their control. But like this Nevsky, despite being in open water, you can tell he's got the range mod, and he's been a very big nuisance. But Canadian Batman's Montana has done a really good job. A lot of very effective HE fire. And I mean, we all know the Stalingrad's really powerful, but in King of the Sea, it's not a bad ship to pick, but
I tell you
sometimes bringing a lot of them.
I tell you who my MVP right now is, Zath. It's Saint Sapin, right?
Oh, absolutely.
He's been APing the bejesus out of Newbie's turrets to keep Newbie locked down, and Newbie gave him just enough angle. He put some good damage into him a second ago. Now he's pushing up on the Stalin.
Well, he can because the other Stalins have backed off.
Yeah.
Ramming is going to go down pretty soon too.
So much effective fire. They really stopped that push on the 9 and 10 line.
Brilliant execution from QCN to just hold steady and hold back the wall of steel. And now
you might look at the map right now. Sorry to interrupt again.
Go.
It's just you might look at QCN's position. If you just took a screenshot right now and didn't look at the score, you might think, "Oh my gosh, what in the world are they doing?" But they spread themselves out very, very nicely.
Yes, they did.
And that's what you got to do. You got to create more angles to work with when they.
That's the game, gentlemen. Yeah. That's the game. 15 seconds left for RNG to make a kill, bag a play, and they don't have it. They don't have it.
Nope.
They don't have the vision. The lowest target they could shoot at would be the Nevsky, and they can't see him.
Yeah.
And there it is.
Brilliant play by QCN.
QCN with an incredibly well-executed game, holding off our wall of steel from RNG.
Yeah, it's just about getting those angles, getting nice and wide, getting ships in good positions, making sure, because you don't have to worry about spotting. Obviously, the Stalingrads get spotted from the moon, so
yeah,
just getting those nice angles to work with, and it's obvious that they focus fired really well too. And I don't think RNG was expecting to run into that proverbial buzzsaw, especially on the 910 line. I mean, they had QCN, that is, had 4 ships there that were just making mincemeat of them. And like you said, that Des Moines in that position, it's a very strong position, just southwest of that sea cap.
Yeah.
And he certainly took good advantage of it. So.
The combo daring Des Moines in that slot made, like, really in my mind, just broke the back of RNG over there, because the Des Moines, as you noted, basically prevents the Stalins from continuing to push south. The Kremlin can get up there and crush him out of the way, but what prevents that from happening? The daring's existence. Those conga line torps making a huge difference. Really well executed game.
Yeah, those torpedoes certainly sped things up.
Oh,
that's for sure.
Well, because, I mean, a Des Moines cannot sit bow to bow with a Kremlin for very long. The Kremlin will win that fight. It's only a matter of time. But the torpedoes, like you said, just suddenly now, the Kremlin, that was, who was that? That was Wandering Bread's Kremlin on the back foot. Now, like, oh crap! I just lost 50,000 HP. This is a problem.